Alright, so today I'll be taking a look at the Reveal the Shield Optimus Prime. That's what he's called on the packaging. I know he's supposed to be the reimagining of the Transformers G2 Laser Optimus Prime, and for the most part he does fulfill that role. But for simplicity we'll just call him Optimus. You can see he's a whole bunch of different colors. He's black, red, blue, some gray. He's even got these, the flame deco, sort of as an homage to the movie Prime. And in some sense, he kind of does look like a movie Prime in some respect. Honestly, this is quite possibly one of the ugliest looking alt modes I've ever seen. I don't know, it's too much of a random mix of colors, and they don't all fade in together. It's just like it's like a square block of red, square block of black, square block of blue, and then red, and then gray. It's just, and these windows here, it's just, they're clear, but they have this, like, there's something on the other side of this, and that's why they have it filled in like that. But it just looks really, I don't know, I don't like it at all. And there's just so much wrong with this alt mode. I mean, he's got this trailer hitch here, which is kind of nice, but he doesn't come with the trailer, right? I don't know. Not really a very good alt mode, in my opinion. So with that said, let's just get him transformed. So the first thing you want to do is, I guess, open these and take this out. And then from here, let's see, what can we do next? I know. So you just want to take his feet and pop him out, along with his heels at the back, and then just leave him like that. And then this is probably the coolest part of his transformation. All you gotta do is flip these out. Ooh. And then these wheels kind of go up and push in, just like that. So very cool stuff. It kind of makes his legs look skinnier overall, and the wheels don't jut out as much. It's a really interesting technical engineering design for this toy. It's probably the best thing about this toy. So you see, just put that up there, and then connect those. You can just separate this, and his arms come loose there. And on the front side, you just want to pull it down. I forgot to show you this, but his shield is right here. His Reveal the Shield is an Autobot. Again, in my basement, it won't really show up, so whatever. The next thing you want to do is kind of just pop it up and flip it over his head. And you can tell right now, because you have to flip his head, his shield's actually hidden in most of his robot mode. And that's kind of a shame, because there's no other sort of faction symbol on this figure that kind of denotes he's even at all a Transformer, so that kind of sucks. But anyways, moving on, just want to take these side panels here, both of them, and you fold them forward. And the cool part about them is, I don't know if you can see it, but there's actually the matrix is actually sort of in there. Sort of sculpted on them. It's kind of, I don't know if the camera will pick it up. You can see parts of it here, but take my word, it's there. And that's a really cool thing. Again, so you just pull this whole thing down, and then forward, and push the entire chest piece down. And then you can just rotate his arms. And these door panels here, they just fold straight backward. They don't really do much. They just go there. And there you have it. The G2 Reveal the Shield Laser Optimus Prime in his robot mode. His hitch is actually his weapon. He doesn't come with a gun. He comes with a sword. So I mean, this kind of just opens up to form the handle, and then this comes down to form the hilt. And what you can do is just put it in his hand. And you can tell it's very very similar to what the movie Prime has in terms of the orange blade with the silver on top. So it's very similar to that. Let's see. So there you have it. Robot mode, I think, looks pretty good. A lot better, in my opinion, than the vehicle mode. But there are still problems with the paint. I mean, again, it still looks like there's just slabs of random paint everywhere. I mean, he's got these bright blue feet, a nice blue head, but his midsection is a darker blue that doesn't really match, and it kind of really stands out. He's got red here, and I don't know, the black. I mean, and it looks like he's just missing a lot of highlights that could have made this figure better. I mean, the extent of his highlights go to his tires and wheels. I mean, that's the most you got. Other than that, he doesn't really have anything. Let's see. His head is probably his best feature. Let's see if I can get a focus here. There's his head. It's a beautiful head. He's got light pipe in the eyes, and you can see there's sort of orange light piping coming down through his forehead too. The way they did his antennae and the crest, it makes him look like he's got a crown, like he's some sort of king, and the sword he has kind of helps complete that look, like he's holding Excalibur or something. It's really cool in my opinion. But again, not really a overall amazing figure. One thing he does have that's really good is his articulation. He's got insane articulation. His head, again, on the ball joint can go up and down like this. If you want, you can even position it more, but that kind of just ruins his entire joint there. His arms are kind of like Drift in the Blur mold, in the sense that they have this huge piece here, and then the actual arm is jointed on in here. Swivel here. Or no, not a swivel, a joint here, a joint here. He's got the bicep swivel, a single jointed elbow, and he's got the most amazing wrists. They're on a ball joint that can go in and out. They can't go up and down, but they can turn all the way. And they even have this pivot that can go up and down. So his sword can sort of just go, up and down like that. So that's pretty cool. He's got a waist joint. Unfortunately, because of his design, it kind of conflicts with his sort of backpack area. Legs on a ball joint. Again, they are conflicting with this backpack. Got the thigh swivel, a knee joint, and he's got a ton of play in the foot. These can go everywhere. Any sort of angles, and that huge heel spur acts as a very, very good, balancing point for him. One flaw I would like to point out is that his shoulders, although are nice and big, and they do have some light piping, they don't look very transformed. And that's kind of one of the biggest drawbacks for this toy. I kind of wish they sort of broke apart and transformed differently, but they kind of just stayed there. Overall, though, he's an okay figure. Let's see, for a quick size comparison, he's actually really small for a deluxe. Here he is with a, let's see, who's this? I forget his name. Thrust? Sure, we'll call him that. And, classic Seeker mold, and you can tell Seekers usually are pretty small, and Prime at the head is shorter than this Seeker. So that just goes to show that he is not a very big Prime. He's very, very tiny. Another thing I'd like to say is that, you know what? I don't know who this figure is directed towards, because everybody who loved the G2 Prime has a G2 Laser Prime. Kids today, I don't think they'll like this. It sort of reminisces the movie Prime, but it's not. And if you have a movie Prime, that's the better off toy. Sure, he's got that nice sword, but overall, his design is just so ugly. It's just, he really needs like a repaint. And I don't know. I can't recommend this toy to anybody, to tell you the truth. Between his size, he's so small. He's got the ugliest alt mode. Even his robot mode has really ugly paint. I don't know. Like, to tell you the truth, this is a complete pass. Just skip this one. Don't even worry about it. You're not missing out. He's part of G2 anyway. So if you're a classics collector, he's not gonna, ruin your collection if not having him. I mean, he's not G1 after all. He's a G2 figure, part of a very niche market. I say pass on this one. Sorry, but he's a pass. So anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.